Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 13 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Anti-Communist Crusade, sorry, the Anti-Colonialist Crusade. I am the Communists. Playing as South Africa, also known as the Cape Commune, although this is less about being a communist and more about being an anti-imperialist. So, what happened in the last episode? I think we basically just pushed north. The left-hand flank caught up some more. We now have got the South African Congo over here. Kind of surprised you're called the South African Congo, though. But you are a independent nation now. You are a puppet. But just because you are communist, why would you be called the South African Congo? Surely you'd just be like the Communist Congo or something like that. Doesn't matter. Regardless, we are going to continue pushing north. Hopefully we'll have another African nation spawning here, another one over here. This would be, Tanzania and Kenya. We have also finally got our first navy, and we should be hunting down convoys. We are indeed, which should be pretty effective, particularly because Italy controls Suez, which means all of the British supplies are coming around the Cape rather than going through Suez. In the meantime, the Allies have begun their offensive against the Germans. They have D-Day going on up here. They have a fight going on down in Spain. They did actually push Spain all the way back to, the Axis all the way back to the Pyrenees. But since then, the Axis have managed to push back. The Soviets are crumbling, particularly down here in the south. But with all the pressure being exerted upon the Axis right now, the Soviets might well be able to come back resurgent, especially as the United States is now in the war, including against me, which is bad because I'm kind of expecting the Americans to come and invest pretty heavily in Africa. But then again, they're also going to be fighting in Spain and in Benelux, so maybe they won't. I don't know. Anyway, emphasis is still on me to try and take some territory, or some more territory up here. Everyone should have their orders. This central line seems to not have orders right now. What was I doing in the previous episode? Who is this? This is you. That's the motorized corps. Right, you're sweeping out to the right so that I can start pushing in from the left. Particularly because we want to get into the Sahara bit and then start pushing behind them in the Sahara. And I know from experience from the stream on Sunday, Christmas, fighting in the Sahara is an absolute pain. So relatively speaking, with attrition and the like, we're having it relatively easy in the tropics. I mean, this is no North Africa, but still it's going to be easier than Sahara. Sahara is really, really slow going. Okay, so we have your vehicles going up north there, so you should be here in the center. So let's establish a front line. No, not like that. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Come on, Mordred, how long have you been playing this now? Right click to click and drag. You're going all the way up to here. Yes. And for the moment, I think you are basically just holding that position. Meanwhile, we have garrison troops. We should actually have 13, so we're running a little bit short. Also, South African Congo, you could start potentially building me troops. So we need to have a look at the South African Congo, the various troops that they have available. And later on they do start getting a ridiculous number. So let's have a look at infantry 7. No. Well, actually, yes, we could take infantry 7 and then just remove the AT from these divisions. In Congo, I'm expecting to have a pretty large population, so they can be pretty constructive for us. So you know what? Yeah, we'll copy you. We will edit you. We'll say Congo inf. Cong inf. And these will be fairly hard-hitting units. I mean, they do have combat width of 20. We have the AT guns, which we're going to remove. But everything else we do produce. So that's just fine. And they're going to be quite good. So let's start training. Let's start training 2 of you. And then once you're done, we're going to make this unit the last one. Okay, there is no way of doing that for individual units. Alright, we'll just have to remember once they have been finished. Alright, you are getting preparation bonus, that is fine. So are you. You're garrisoning. You are currently launching an offensive. And have decent prep bonuses right now, so you should be just fine. We are killing convoys. Oh no, that was one of my own. Yeah, that was. Bugger. But we do have a navy. And we should be putting out more and more ships over time. Although currently we're actually building a lot of convoys because we were out of convoys because we were doing a lot of trade. And the oceans have got a lot more dangerous for us now with America in the war, which is irritating. Still looks like the Soviets are not holding very well. Okay. You guys need to recover organization. I'm going to guess you've just strategic moved over here. Having pushed up the left-hand side, we're now pushing up the right. We want to secure this, and then we can push west from there. Could we please take these provinces before we push up too far north, guys? I see you have no objective to take that right now. Well, you 3, your job is going to be to take that. And yes, you have a go. Okay, you guys still getting into position. Do we need to send some more of you to the left? I kind of want to say yes. Let's assign you over here. I mean, you do have a very large front, granted, but you're not the most important right now. Alright, you guys, how are you doing? Prep bonuses are building, excellent. And you guys also, some of you are extremely weak. That's because you're fast moving. You're just dying. Oh no, that's us killing their... No, that's British destroyers. What are my destroyers doing? Oh, I see, you're not actually in that area. Let's try and have you guarding these areas then. It's 2 against 2. I'm not too pained about that. Alright, so we have a bunch of civilian factories. We could build one more military factory up. Oh no, we can build several. Well, in that case, I think we should. How are you feeling? You are still prepping? Okay. How are you guys doing? You are still getting organization back. You have more reinforcements on the way in. That's these 2. Okay. And then these 3 are all in training. Once they have got enough skill, we send them over to the mechanized. Right, okay. And I'm kind of like reminding myself what I'm doing here. I did do a 8-hour stream as Germany, and I'll probably do even more this evening. This is recorded a day in advance. Well, actually, this is tomorrow's episode, so this is roughly when I would record anyway. My schedule is a little bit up in the air thanks to the Christmas period, and also I'm trying to record things 2 days in advance, so it gives me a day to record, a day to render and upload. It's just less stress. When I was doing things literally the day before, I was having to render and upload before 6 AM, and it was getting a bit difficult at times. Okay, so we have the Brand Mark III, that is the support gear. It is 42. Do we have all the industry of 42? We do. Do we have all this of 42? No, we do not. I would like some more science. Quit India movement. Indian calls for independence have intensified lately. Now things have come to a head as the radical Quit India movement has called for the United Kingdom to leave the country as quickly as possible. British authorities were quick to react, however, and have cracked down on the movement, arresting several leaders in dawn raids on homes across India. Reports prepared by the Special Branch indicate that many sympathisers were still at large, however, and many in the civil service have expressed fears that more extremist elements in the movement may even resort to violence. Are you still a puppet? No, you're a colony. Your struggle for independence has already started. Interesting. So the more of the Brits that we kill, like a lot of these guys are probably actually Indian. So the more damage that we do, the more war score contribution those forces grant to India, and the more war score contribution that India has, the more autonomy they will want from the UK. Nationalist China has capitulated to the Allies. That's not good, because that means that Japan is struggling. So yeah, the Axis are not doing great. We lost another convoy. Son of a... This is probably garrison units trying to move. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Can you not go by sea, please? Like, this is a really bad idea. I get that you have long distances to travel, but it's not a good idea. Alright, you guys all ready? Yes, you are. You have a go. So we should start pushing pretty hard over here on the right. I'm a little bit more concerned about this area on the left. Alright, looks like you've made it around, but I'm pretty sure we have lost... I'm sure we had 9. Now we're down to 7. That's really irritating. I don't have the resources to do that. You lot need to launch. You need to stop. What are we lacking? Equipment. We have the manpower. Yep, manpower is fine. Manpower is fine and fine. Okay, so we have another 4 units that we can deploy. Do any of you guys have units? No. Alright then. So those new guys need training. Let's train them up. Meanwhile, you guys are losing organization really quickly. Is that due to... Why is that? Are you in combat? You don't have the combat icon. Yes, you are in combat. Alright. Trying to work out why these guys are losing the organization. Though actually I think they are gaining. So they must have just launched an attack and are recovering from it. I'm worried about supply in this area. That's the problem. Kenya! Freedom for Kenya. Having been liberated from the hold of their colonial oppressors, the people of Kenya stand ready to take charge of their own destiny. We welcome you as a puppet. And there we go. The People's Republic of Kenya. Excellent. And they did in fact take the land from Germany too. Huh, okay. That's pretty funny. So that's another group that we could get, but all of these units that we are currently training are using our resources, and we don't have any. We are being seriously blocked. Actually, no, we're not. Well, we kind of are. We have a surplus of tungsten. That's because we're getting all the tungsten. Keep on seeing that. Oh, we can get another factory, and then like, oh no, we can't. Never mind. Alright, so why is only 1 unit attacking here? You can be supporting that. And you lot can be just overrunning them. Takes you a while to arrive, I get that. And there we go, chance of success massively improved. You guys just need to get into the fight. And they are. Just keep up the pressure. In fact, if we took that area, then we could get even more men in. How are we doing over here on the right? Oh yeah, we are blitzing through this area. Okay, good. Turkey? Are Turkey on the Axis side? Oh, they are. That's probably why they've been suffering so much here. This might actually be Turkey's doing. Republican Spain is coming back, I think. It looks like Germany's containing that. Oh no, France has another landing here. The Brits have a landing here. Yeah, Italy's been terrible in this game. Japan seems to be losing to the UK there. So it looks like the Axis are on the back leg, and the Soviets as well. So that's very bad for us, trying to push through Africa here. Because our main enemy are the Allies. And there it is. The Soviets are gone. My friends. The Americans lost a submarine. Our convoys lost nothing. Good. I approve of that. Okay, so our mechanized are definitely good. Our mechanized are very, very strong units, actually. Alright, we've started another attack here. I'm going to throw you all in. Even the garrison groups that were not supposed to be here. Alright, you guys are trained enough. Damn. I'm going to add you to them. Because I want to take these coastal areas. Because at least if we can get the Allies stuck in the Sahara, they will be bleeding attrition. And then if the Allies turn around from their war in the... Oh no, the Axis won the Soviets. Of course they did. That's good for us. That means that the Axis are going to be able to fight back against the Allies. Hopefully. Because all the troops that are up here in the Soviet Union can now push against these guys. And that will put some serious pressure on the Allied war offensive. I was thinking it was the Allies doing well against the Soviets. Of course it's not. It's the Axis. So that is in fact good for us, because we are not fighting the Axis. We sank another submarine. Good. Oh, you are again moving units that way. Stop it! Motorized and mechanized, war is upon us. The great trek of the future will be guided by tracked and wheeled vehicles. That is true. We can get armor effort. South African Special Forces, I don't think we need those just yet. Bonus on land doctrine. Anti-submarine tactics, that is better destroyers. Right, so destroyer is something I wanted to start researching for myself. And then we can get ahead of time on the battle class destroyer. So I'm not going to do those just yet. I think I'm actually going to grab the armor effort. And then once we have the Cromwell local pattern, we can get their SPG, right? Or we can just wait for the Comet. I think we'll probably wait for the Comet and get the Comet SPG. So once Cromwell is done, we'll probably start researching the destroyers. Because we need to get that up and running. Because we're fighting these guys a lot more often. This is convoys and destroyers versus destroyers. Thankfully they've taken some damage, but they are probably stronger convoys than us. Stronger destroyers than we have. Well, it looks like we are beating them. Oh yeah, we are thrashing them. That orange bar, that brownie bar there, that is their health. And they are taking a lot of damage. One of their destroyers is off. Our convoys are escaping. Our destroyers are kind of shielding them as we go. We didn't quite kill that destroyer, unfortunately, but a victory is a victory. Our convoys got through. Mechanized offensive. 15 organization for the motorized and mechanized units, which is really strong. And now we're up onto the Blitzkrieg level. Oh, of course, we have mobile war. See, in the Germany game, we went desperate defense, and it was unbelievably strong because you get 5% additional recruitable population. And I rather strongly suspect that we are going to need that. We're already on extensive conscription. Rather than modern Blitzkrieg, which just makes our units better. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take desperate defense, but this one's going to be nice. Another 10 organization, and then faster planning speed and faster recovery rate. Kampfgruppe, let's take it. And that's actually going to mean that our motorized divisions are going to have ridiculous, 82 organization. Which is awesome compared to our infantry units with their 52. 61 for the regular units. Speaking of which, are you ready to join the fight? You are. Good, good, good. Let's have you join that unit, or that offensive rather. You're roaring up to the top. Boys, AT rifle, plus 25% hard attack for all infantry, motorized and mechanized, plus 100% piercing. Awesome. Yes, I think we'll take the universal carrier, seeing as we are using mechanized fairly aggressively. We've still not managed to take this. We are taking attrition. Why can't you move? Oh, there. I'm not at war with Republican Spain. Of course, they're communist. So why the... That's really irritating. The Allies can get through here and use it as a port to attack me, and I can't attack it back. Alright, well that's a big offensive going on over there. I think I might get you guys to support this. We'll just throw more and more divisions at this fight. Like, they're really, really well entrenched, and we need to kick them out. Oh, we've got Monty fighting against us. But Brink is a level 5 now. Desert Fox, Jungle Rat, and a Ranger. Yeah, he's basically got bonuses in like all of the tough terrain over here. I'm not surprised. He's kind of had the hardest time of everyone. That's not being guarded. You need to expand that. And also you need an objective, which can be this. Once you got your people in place, you can start getting preparation bonuses, and then we'll use you to attack. Meanwhile, the motorized can come up behind you and basically sweep everything to the left. Do we want to do that, actually? Or do we want to kind of sweep everything towards the right? Actually, no, this is all being held by motorized right now, so no, we don't want to go that way. You two are almost ready for duty as well. That would be extremely strong, as our fast group is getting stronger and stronger. You honestly should be attacking into there. Try and push them back. It's just because that wasn't part of the current plan. Okay, you're actually really, really under strength. I need 7,000 infantry equipment now. We should probably stop building units and start getting some reinforcements in. Okay, there's the Cromwell local pattern. We're still ahead of time for the Comet, so we're not going to grab that yet. We're not going to get the SPG either. We are going to start researching the GHI class destroyer. Yeah. We haven't even started anything on air forces, so I'm not too bothered by that. We could do with a 50% research bonus for industry, because we're going to get that relatively soon once we hit 1943. That's the final tier of industry, isn't it? Pretty sure. There's a tech thing. Yeah, 43 is the last line. And we do a lot of industry tech, because we kind of need to. Do you want to assist this attack, please? Looks like we've kind of stalled over there. Oh, finally, we've pushed this way back. There's nothing we can do about this group. And this is really, really bad for us. Like, this is just a back door into our nation that we have to guard against. Lost another 4 convoys. Damn it, you're down to 6 men. Stop sending people by sea. It's stupid. I wish there was a way of turning that off. I really do. Alright, we have factories free again. Can we build more? We can. Please do. Okay, we are getting slightly bogged down on the right. Are you guys ready? You are. Oh, that's going to be a big boost. Another mechanized unit. Nice. How are we doing for supply? Just fine. Good. How big's the navy? 2 ships still? Yes. With a bit of experience each. All doing the guarding this area. It's so frustrating that you are just bleeding men. So frustrating. Okay, you're ready as well. Join them. You join that offensive. And now our fast unit is as big as it's going to be for a while. Because we just don't have the materials to invest any further, although... we have a surplus of mechanized. We're actually making up a bit of... No, that was probably actually because guns went back into the stockpile when we cancelled those units that were in training. Well, this is it for a while. And that is a big steel deficit, because we're getting none from the Soviets, because they don't exist anymore. Let's cancel that then. Yes, start buying from Japan. Because I'm not confident about getting trade over to Germany, so I think it has to be from Japan. Yeah, 1 convoy going that way. At least Japan has their own fleet, which hopefully are surviving. I have no idea. Yeah, you do have some. You'll be fighting against the US though, which isn't going to be good. Okay, the Axis are clearing up that attack. They don't seem to be clearing up this attack very well. Nor this one. Oh, and the Allies are sending more and more troops to go and intervene against this. And there is absolutely nothing I can do about you. That is... oh man, that is so frustrating. You have reinforcements coming in. Your prep bonuses are growing. And you currently have no orders. I want you to take this. Does this mean I'm going to have to fortify this, like, permanently? Probably. Because it's a sodding port. They have a back way in. They're supposed to be on our side, Republican Spain. I helped you in the Civil War. Idiots. I mean, I guess I could declare war on them. There is no Soviets to defend them anymore. I think that's the only answer. To completely block this off, we have to take it. The island I care less about. Oh, that's really irritating. And they are really bolstering this area. And they have really good supply. Look at all their supply levels. Well, the Brits do. Belgium and Canada, not so much. And we can't see them because we don't have enough decryption. Well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. This is really grinding to a halt now, unfortunately. But thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you have not done so already, please do consider subscribing. If you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. One other thing I should say, very quickly though, is we are doing the big multiplayer game of Hearts of Iron 4. That will be on tomorrow. You will be able to find it streamed from my Twitch channel, which you will see at twitch.tv/Mordred Viking, and it will also appear on this channel after it has been played. So, I hope to see you for that too. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.